Chapter 1: Creating HTML Forms using KompoZer. With increase in the use of internet, many activities have become online. We may use a web page to fill information about ourselves or a product. HTML forms are used to help the visitors of the website to input data. It allows for more interactivity and control in data entry. For instance, if you want to open a mail account or register on a website, you need to enter your personal details in a form. This information is used to set up the account for the user. In order to obtain such information on internet, HTML forms are used. This data is further stored by the application and used to retrieve the details about the users registered on the website. A form in HTML is a container used to collect different kinds of inputs from the user. HTML forms contains elements like label, checkbox, text input field, radio button, submit button, reset button, and many more. These elements are used to enter the data as well as validate the data within the forms. We will create a simple form to enter the data using HTML tags. But before that, let us discuss about the elements used to create HTML forms. The elements used are described in the section below: form, input, text area, select, and option. Form elements. The form element is used to create an HTML form. It acts as a container for all the elements used in the form. The tag opening form tag, closing form tag is used to implement this element. The example shows the use of the form element. Observe that the form element uses two attributes, namely action and method. The action attribute is used to specify where to send the form data when the form is submitted. It takes a file name as value. This file is opened when the user clicks on the submit button after filling the data in the form. The method attribute specifies the HTTP method to be used when sending the data. It can take two values, GET and POST. The GET method retrieves the data from the form and sends it to the server by attaching it at the end of the URL. This method allows only a limited amount of information to be sent at a time. In the POST method, the data is sent as a block through the HTTP transaction. The data is included in the body of the request. This method does not have any restriction on data length. The default value for method attribute is GET. Input element. The input elements are used to insert various fields like radio button, text box, and checkbox in the form. The tag opening input tag, closing input tag, or opening input tag is used to implement this element. The input tag has different attributes like type, name, and value. The type attributes of the input element specifies the field that is to be created in the form. The name attribute specifies the name to be used for the field in the form. The value attribute specifies the default value of the field in the form. This table shows different values of attribute and its usage. Type, radio. Description, creates radio buttons in the form. Any one radio button can be selected at a time from a group of radio buttons, generally used to select a single item from a given group of items. Type, checkbox. Description, creates checkbox in the form. Multiple checkboxes can be selected at a time, generally used to select a multiple items from a given group of items. Type, text. Description, creates a text field to enter text in the form. A user can enter any data of his choice in the text field. Type password. Description creates a password field in the form, similar to the text field, but the characters are not displayed to the user. Instead, the character typed is converted into non-readable format. Type submit. Description creates a submit button in the form. On clicking the submit button, the values of data entered in the form is submitted to the files specified in the action attribute of the form element. Type reset. Description creates a reset button in the form. On clicking the reset button, the values of data entered in the form are cleared and set back to default value. Text area element. The text area element allows multi-line text input. The tag opening text area tag, closing text area tag is used to implement this element. It allows entering unlimited number of characters. It can be used to enter comment, report, or a long description of product. The size of a text area element can be specified using rows and cols attributes. The rows attribute is used to set the number of rows of text that will be visible without scrolling up or down. The cols attributes is used to set the number of columns of text that will be visible without scrolling right or left. The following example shows how to insert a text area in the form. Select and option element. The select element is used to create a drop-down list or menu in a form. The option element is used to specify the values that are to be displayed in the menu. The tag opening select tag, closing select tag is used to create a drop-down menu. The tag opening option tag, closing option tag is used to create the elements within the menu. Following example shows the use of select and option element. Let us now create a sample registration form using the elements learned so far. Code listing shows the HTML source code used to generate the form. The output of the code is shown in this figure. Thus, you can see that creating a form using HTML tags is a tedious process. A simpler method is to use an IDE, that is, Integrated Development Environment. An IDE is a software application that provides complete facilities to programmer to develop software. It provides a GUI, that is, Graphical User Interface, text or code editor, a compiler and or interpreter, and a debugger. KompoZer, Eclipse, JBuilder, and NetBeans are all examples of some open source IDEs. Let us discuss how to use the KompoZer to create web pages. Introduction to KompoZer. KompoZer is a free open source web development IDE. It can be downloaded from http://www.kompozer.net. It provides a web page editor which has a simple graphical interface known as WYSIWYG, that is, what you see is what you get. It is a complete web authoring system which integrates web page development and web file management. Creating new web pages using KompoZer is quick and easy. The users can also edit the web pages by using the source code and making changes. KompoZer incorporates a site manager which gives rapid access to the files on both local machines and remote servers. Web pages and associated files can be uploaded to a remote server from within KompoZer. It also supports the use of styles through Cascading Style Sheet, that is CSS. We will learn about CSS in the next chapter. Before we learn how to create forms using KompoZer, let us first learn the KompoZer interface. Open KompoZer by locating its icon to view the different toolbars and status bar, that is, if not visible. Click on View, Show or Hide. Select all options listed: Composition toolbar, Format toolbar 1, Format toolbar 2, Edit Mode toolbar and Status bar. Site Manager and Rulers option should also be checked. This figure shows the window that will be displayed after selecting the toolbars. Observe that in this figure you can see the menu bar on the top with the options like File, Edit, View, Insert, Format, Table, Tools and Help. Below the menu bar there are three toolbars: Composition, Format toolbar 1 and Format toolbar 2. The Composition toolbar is used to create new file, open a file, save a file or publish a web page. The Format toolbar 1 and Format toolbar 2 are used to format the text, add bullets, numbering and perform similar formatting operations. In the center of the window, you can see two panes: Site Manager and Blank Web Page. Site Manager is a powerful tool used to navigate within the site or between the sites. You can close the Site Manager pane by clicking on Close button or press F9. The page pane shows a blank untitled web page. The bottom right side of the window shows Edit Mode toolbar with three viewing modes: Normal, HTML tags and Preview. All the three viewing modes provide editing facilities. The Preview mode offers the page view as seen in a browser. The difference is that in the Preview mode, the scripts do not run and therefore their effects will not be seen. The links also does not operate in Preview mode. The normal view is very similar to Preview mode. In this mode, the table outlines are visible. The HTML tags view helps those who are familiar with HTML. A yellow marker is used to indicate the start tag for all elements. Clicking on a marker selects and highlights of all the elements. The left side of the page pane shows Design, Split and Source tabs. The Design tab is used to design the web page. The Split tab displays the HTML source of current element. Source tab shows all details of the HTML code. It helps in editing the source code. On the bottom of the window, you can see the status bar. When we click on any item in page, its structure appears in the status bar. If you want to customize any toolbar, right-click on the respective toolbar and click on Customize Toolbar option. You can then customize the toolbar as per your choice. Create a new file. To create a new file, open KompoZer. In the menu bar, click File, New. A dialog box as shown in figure appears with title. Create a new document or template. Select Blank Document option from the options that are visible in the dialog box. At the bottom of the dialog box, you can see a label Create In. Select New Tab option from the drop-down menu next to it. This allows us to create the page in a new tab. Click on the Create button. Open an existing file. To open an existing file, click on Open icon present on Composition toolbar. Alternatively, you can also click on File, Open. If the file has been opened recently, then you can also open the file from File, Recent Pages. Now let us learn to create a forms using KompoZer. We will create a simple form with two input fields, name and email address and a submit button. Follow the steps given to create the form. Open KompoZer, create a new file. From the menu bar, select Insert, Form, Define Form. Alternatively, you can also click on Form in the Composition toolbar. This will open a Form Properties dialog box as shown in this figure. Clicking on More Properties shows added options for the form. Enter appropriate name for the form. In the action URL, enter the file name where you want to form data to be submitted. Select the method post from the method drop-down menu and click on the OK button. This figure shows the details added in the form property dialog box. You can see the form inserted with light blue colored outline in the untitled page as shown in this figure. In normal view, the forms are shown surrounded by a dotted blue box. All the form's elements like text box, radio button, checkbox, and drop-down box will be placed within this box. Press the Enter key a few times to give some space to work on the form. First, we will insert a label for the name field. Click on Insert, Form, Define Label. Place the cursor in the form where you want your label to appear. Type the text name in the label as shown in this figure. To come out of the label field, click outside the field. To insert an input text field in the form, click Insert, Form, Form Field. This figure shows the Form Field Properties dialog box. The drop-down menu shows various input field type options which we had discussed earlier. Click on More Properties. It shows advanced properties related to the field like field size, maximum length. From the drop-down menu, select Text. Under the field Settings heading, enter a name in the field name text box. In our case, we have used name as the field name. Enter some text in the initial value field. If you want to show some text before the user actually enters data. Here, we have left this field empty. Click on the OK button. This figure shows the form after text input field is added. Similarly, we will add another label, email, below the name label field. Add an input text field for email, just like we did for the name field. Here, enter text abc@xyz.com in the initial value text box. This will help the user understand the format of email address. This figure shows the form with both the text field added. Finally, we will add a submit button in the form. Click Insert, Form, Form field. From the drop-down menu, select Submit button. Type Submit in the both field name and field value text boxes and click on the OK button. This figure shows the look of Form Properties dialog box for Submit button. The form at present is in the normal view. To have a preview of the form, click on Edit Mode toolbar and select Preview. This figure shows the form in the preview mode. Thus, we have created our first form using KompoZer. You can see how KompoZer helps you creating forms within a short span and also relieves you from the tedious job of writing the source code, which takes a long time. You can also see the source code of the form just created by clicking on the Source tab. See this figure. Let us save the file which we have created. Click File, Save. Alternatively, you can also click on the Save button in the Composition toolbar. This opens a page title dialog box. As shown in this figure, we can give a suitable title to the web page here. we have given the name Example 1 to the title page. Now click on OK button. The page title will be displayed in the browser window's title bar when viewed in the browser. In case we have created multiple web pages, we should give the name of the website as the title page. In this example, since we created a single web page with a form, the title page is named as Example 1. After clicking the OK button, a new dialog box, Save Page As, is opened, which promotes to enter a file name and specify the location where you want to save the file as shown in this figure. Remember to save the file with HTML or HTM as an extension. Click on Save button. This will take us back to the main window. Note, if you are creating a website and this page is the home page that will open when you type the website's URL, then save the page with the name index.html. Having learned how to create, open, save and create a simple form in KompoZer, let us now create the registration form which we had created earlier using the HTML tags. Follow the steps given to create the registration form. Create a new file. From the menu bar, select Insert, Form, Define Form. In the Form Properties dialog box, enter the details as shown in this figure. Press OK. A form will be displayed showing the light blue colored outline. Press the Enter key to create space in the form. To give the heading to the form, select Heading 1 from Format Toolbar 1. In Format Toolbar 2, select Center Align icon. Enter the text Registration Form. To insert the label, click Form, Define Label. Type first name in the field name. Next, to insert input field for the label first name, click Form, Form field. Select text in the field type menu. This figure shows the form field properties dialog box. Observe that we have used first name as the field name. Press OK button. Similarly, insert the label middle name and last name in the form. The form after adding the fields will look similar to the one shown in this figure. Now we need to create radio buttons for the gender field. First, create a label named Gender. For creating a radio button, click Form, Form field and select field type as radio button from the drop-down menu as shown in this figure. Type a name in the group name box. That is, note that the name should not contain spaces. Here we have entered group name as Gender. Similarly, in the field value text box type Male. If we want the male option of the radio button selected when the form is loaded, then check the box in front of the text initially selected and click OK button. Insert a label with title Male near the radio button created. Similarly, create another radio button named Female. Remember, when we create the radio buttons within a group, the group name must be the same for all the possible answers. Hence, enter the group name as Gender. In the field value text box type Female. Click OK button. Insert a label Female near the radio button created. The form after inserting the radio buttons and their labels will look as shown in this figure. Now we need to add hobby field, as a person can have more than one hobby. Hence, multiple selections of hobbies are possible. Thus, we need to create checkbox for the hobby field. Create a label for hobby. Now, click Form, Form field and from the drop-down menu, select Checkbox field type. Enter name in the field name box and a value in the field value box as shown in this figure. Check the box in front of initially selected so as to keep the option checked when the form loads. Click OK button. Insert a label singing near the checkbox created. Similarly, create two checkboxes with field values as dancing and reading, respectively. Remember to keep the field name same for all options of checkbox. Insert the labels dancing and reading near the checkboxes created. The form after inserting checkboxes and their labels will look as shown in this figure. Next, we need to the address field. As the user enters a large text in the address field, we will keep the field type as text area. First, create a label named address. Now, click Form Text Area. This will open a text area properties dialog box as shown in this figure. Enter the field name. Select the rows and the columns required for the text area. Here we have kept the rows as 5 and columns as 70. In the initial text field, enter a suitable text which will be displayed when the form loads. Click OK button. Next, we will insert the city field. Add a label for the city field. The user will be asked to select the city from the drop-down menu. So, we need to create the city field using Selection List option. Click Form Selection List. This will open a Selection List Properties dialog box as shown in this figure. Type the name city in the list name box and press Add option button. Next, type Ahmedabad in the text field. Again, press Add option to add the city Baroda. Likewise, add the city Rajkot and Surat. Remember to select the option initially selected when adding the Rajkot city. Click OK button. This figure shows the selection list properties dialog for the added cities. Next, we will add the Submit button. Click Form field. From the drop-down menu, select Submit button. Enter text Submit in field name and field value text box respectively. Click OK button. Similarly, we will add the Reset button. From the drop-down menu, select Reset button. Enter text Reset in field name and field value text box respectively. Click OK button. The final form in the normal will be as shown in this figure. Save the file with name example2. This figure shows the preview mode of the form. This figure shows the registration form as seen in the browser. Observe that the form background is white colored. If you want to give a background color to the form, go to Format, Page Colors and Background. This will open a dialog box as shown in this figure. Select Use Custom Colors option. Click the background option and select the color of your choice from the black background color dialog box as seen in figure. Click OK button. This will lead you back to the dialog box shown in this figure. Again, click OK button. After selecting the color, the form will look as shown in this figure. View the form using the browser and observe the change in the background color.